z minus 5 minus the quantity 9z minus 3z squared. Okay, so the first thing that you need to be careful about is that when you say subtract the quantity of, that means that everything in here is getting subtracted from this stuff over here. So that means that this guy is going to change the sign of everything inside of those parentheses. All right. So this is going to become minus 9z plus 3z squared. All right. This one stays the same. But the other one, everything inside of it changes signs. Okay. That's the first thing you need to recognize. Then we can work with our like terms, right? So we've got a z squared and 3z squared, which gives us 4z squareds total. And then we've got 2z minus 9z, which is negative 7z. And lastly, we've got just a negative 5. So we should get 4z squared minus 7z minus 5. How do we do on that one? Everybody okay? Okay. Let's look at the next one. Eight r minus 14 plus 7r squared minus the quantity negative 16r squared minus 7r minus 3. So again, that's going to change everything in there. The first part stays the same, 8r minus 14 plus 7r squared. But then this negative makes that 16 become positive, makes this one become positive, and makes that one become positive. Okay. Negative and a negative makes a positive. Okay. And then, I like to start with the highest exponent. So I'm going to start with the 7r squared and the 16r squared, which is going to give me 23r squareds. And then I'm going to look at 8r and 7r, which gives me 15r. And lastly, I'm going to look at negative 14 and 3, which is negative 11. Questions on that one? Okay. Oops, you can tell I forgot to put the paper in between there. My markers bled through. Oh well. Next one. H minus 2h minus h squared minus 5h squared minus 2 plus 8. Share that negative sign all the way through there, so it becomes negative 5h squared positive 2 minus h squared. So minus h squared minus 5h squared, that's minus 6h squared. Minus 2h minus 8h, that's minus 10h. Oh, I forgot about this guy, didn't I? So we got a positive one. So that actually makes this minus 9h. Minus 9h. So minus 6h squared minus 9h. And then the plus 2 stands alone. That one was a little trickier. Even I messed up a little bit. Any questions on that one? Okay, then let's go ahead and go to number 4. I didn't copy this one down first because as I started to read it, I realized it was one I was going to need to talk out loud through. So I wanted to wait and kind of do it with you guys. It's about the college students. Okay, so the number of students T who attend college consists of 2 groups, the ones that live on campus in the dorms and the ones who live off campus, right? So that means that the total number of students is equal to those that live in the dorms and those that live in the apartments. Okay. The number in hundreds of students who live in the dorms and the total number of students enrolled in the college can be modeled by the following equations, where N is the number of years since 2001. So they tell us that T equals 17N plus 23. And D equals 11N plus 8. So we can substitute these into our original guy there, right? So we can, instead of having T, we're going to have 17N plus 23. And that's equal to, instead of D, we're going to put 11N plus 8. And then we'll have plus A. Okay. Now the question is, write an equation that models the number of students who live in the apartments, and notice that they have A equals. So they want A by itself. So in order to get A by itself, we're going to have to subtract 11N plus 8 from both sides. Oops. Where's my whiteout? Okay. Subtract that from both sides. So that means that we've got 17N plus 23. Right? Remember that minus changes everything. Minus 11N minus 8 equals A. Okay? And then since there's only 2 spots here and only 1 letter N, we're going to have to simplify before we put it into the computer. So we're going to combine our N's. So 17 minus 11 is 6. And 23 minus 8 is 15. So that is A. That represents the number of students who live in the apartments. 6N plus 15. Predict the number of students who live in apartments in 2020. Okay. N is the number since 2001. So how many years since 2001 would 2020 be? Thank you.
They just have to be cut out.
I can do it. Two 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. Thank you, Brian. 19. So we're going to plug 19 in. So it's going to become 6 times 19 plus 15 equals A. And 6 times 19 is 114 plus 15 is 129. Questions on that?